Hey, welcome back everybody to the Wonders of Painting. I'm so glad that you could join us today, because today is a very special episode. Well, every episode is special, but this one is the last episode of Series 1, and I would like to thank you all for tuning in for this series. Hopefully I've inspired some of you to break out your paints and just make a fantastic little painting. But don't cry. Don't cry, because guess what? Series 2 is on the way, and we'll be painting more paintings. We'll also have some new ideas and new things, and probably some new techniques to help you unlock your artistic side. So, why don't we go ahead and get started with the last painting for this series? So let me just show you what I've done here. I've covered the canvas with a thin coat. Let me say that again: a thin coat of liquid white. It's all wet and slick. It's ready for us to get going. So grab your 2-inch brush, and today we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna make a fun painting. I'm not even gonna tell you guys exactly what I'm painting. You'll have to guess, and I'll let you guys in on it. So we're gonna start with a little bit of phthalo blue, good old phthalo blue. And then I'm going to mix that with a little bit of the Prussian blue. Don't mix that too much. Okay, let's come over here and let's just start dropping in, a nice little sky. Just a beautiful blue sky. A lot of the skies that we've made in this series have been different colors. We've done them in blue, we've done them in, yellow ochre, and we've done them in different ways. There we go. Okay, now, next thing we're going to do is this. We're going to take a fan brush. I'm going to come down in here and grab some of the liquid white. And I'm thinking that we go ahead and we make these clouds with a little touch, just the littlest touch of phthalo blue. Okay, let's come back in here, and let's go ahead and just, let's make some clouds. We're using the fan brush this time to make our clouds, and just make them how big or as little as you want. We're going to make a special one over here. There we go. And then right in here. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. We wash off our brush, and then with the same dirty brush, I'm just going to come in here and I'm just gonna wash it off for a sec, and then just blend. Just blend. Give these clouds something nice. And then with this one, I'm just going to fluff this one. Just like that. We'll also fluff this one too. There we go. Alright. Okay, now let's wash off our brush with odorless paint thinner like we always do. Shake off the excess. And just beat the devil out of it again. Alright, now, next thing we're going to do is that we're going to paint the edges here. And I think what we're going to do is that we're going to start, I'd say right in this area. So, for that, I think we're going to go into the titanium white again, and I'm thinking we bring in a little bit, the littlest touch of the black gesso. Okay, let's come back in here and just come in with our fan brush. We're using the fan brush for this one. We're not utilizing our 2-inch brush, because you know what? The fan brush is really good. Use it. It's really nice too. There we go. Okay. And make sure you always wash it off. And then, with that on there, we take a clean 2-inch brush, and now I'm just going to come in here, and we're just going to start blending this a bit. Notice how the color is going downwards. It's being picked up by the liquid white, and giving us a nice smooth color. There we go. Okay. Alright then, moving right along. So now next, I'm going to take a little bit, let's go ahead and take a little bit of the Van Dyke Brown and a little bit of the Titanium White. I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to make a nice little circle. Just a half circle right here. Don't have to do anything foolish at the wrong time. And just make a nice half circle right in this area. Good. Okay, now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our fan brush again. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and go into a little bit of the phthalo green. And this time, we're going to come back in here, and I'm just going to go up and down. Go ahead and let the brush do its thing. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we'll take the 2-inch brush, and now we'll blend. We're basically making a rose bed here. We're making like a nice area we could put some flowers on or something. Just make it look like that there's grass coming out of it. Okay, with that same dirty brush that we have, let's put the rest of our paint. We swap back to the fan brush, by the way. And then just go from there. There we go. Okay. That's actually looking really good. Alright, let's wash off our brush again. And now we'll come back in here with our 2-inch brush and go ahead and just carefully blend this out. Just a little bit. Don't need to do anything foolish. There we go. And then wash off the brush. Okay, now, next thing we're going to do is that next I'm going to make 2 archways here. So for that, I'm going to take a little bit of the alizarin crimson, some Van Dyke brown, and maybe that's all we need. So let's see, big decision time. Where's this going to go? I think right in here is where I want the first arch to go. We're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to make this a little bit nicer. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make another arch. Just similar size. There we go. Alright. And then what I'm going to do is after doing that, we're going to wash off our brush again. And this time, we're going to make some little brick area here, or make it look like that there is actually bricks. So, I'm going to come over here and take some bright red, and then I'm going to mix that with a little touch, just the tiniest touch, of alizarin crimson. Come back in here, and now let's just go ahead and make this nice little area here. It's okay if it goes into this area, plus we're going to go a little bit into these little archways. Just a little bit. Then, I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the paint and just kind of put it here in the middle. Because then from there, we're going to blend this and give it something nice. So take our 2-inch brush again, come in here, and begin to blend. And see, just look at the way that the liquid white picks up the paint. Gives it this nice kind of, like this nice kind of vibe almost. Let's see, we're gonna come in here a little bit. Just a little bit. Want a little bit of white to stick out. Come in here. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, now, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come back up here into this gray area, And oh, let's take some sap green, the phthalo green. Let's come up in here, and I'm just gonna make, oh, let's make the indication that there's some grass right in this area. There we go. Once again, do this technique, and then come in here with your 2-inch brush, and now you can blend. There we go. See how cool that is? And look at how it's finally looking, right, like grass. Don't be too harsh with this, but also don't be too scared to use this. Remember, you're the one that's in control of the brush. Okay. Let's go ahead and rinse off our paints. Alright, now, for this next portion, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take, let's take a little bit of the Prussian blue. A little bit of the Prussian blue, and let's lighten that up with a little touch of the titanium white. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little decision here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here and bring this down a little bit. Then we're going to come over here, and I'm just going to make the tiniest, just the tiniest little line right in here. There we go. Okay, then over here in this side, and then we now make this little area here. We're going to go over here and do the same thing. There we go. It's a little off center, so we'll fix that by painting this way. And then I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to take this other brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and make that same thing. I believe it was phthalo blue, Prussian blue, and a little bit of the white. That's not quite what I was hoping for. So in this type of situation, we're going to actually do this. We're going to come over here to our color selector, and I'm going to take a sampling of this color that we were using. There we go. And now we shall get a 2 of it. Let's bring it over here. And you know what? We're just going to, we only need a little bit of it, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit right there. Okay, now back to here. Go ahead and wash off the brush. And then just dip it into this color. And then, now we can easily fill in the gaps. Just right here. And then I'm going to come right in here. Make a little opening for it. There we go. Then we're going to come up here, and I'm going to make a littler, or a much smaller thing. And now, time for the next part. Go ahead and wash off our brushes. Okay, now, we're going to need the tiniest spatula. Where is it? This is it. Okay. Now, for this one, we're going to need a little touch of Prussian blue and some of the white. Okay. Now, maybe just a little bit more Prussian blue. There we go. Okay. Now, big decision time. And I think it's gonna live right in here. There we go. Let's fix that a little bit with our 2-inch brush. There we go. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, have you guessed what we made? Well, if you haven't guessed it already, let's take a little bit of the black gesso. I'm just going to come back in here. and make the circle, and then come over here, and come over here. And look at what we've done, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made kind of our little interpretation of Disneyland. Basically, the opening of Disneyland. Let me go ahead and fill in right in here. There we go. Look at how cool that is. See, I told you we were going to be really crazy in this painting. And this one took quite a bit to work with. But here's the neat part. If you can paint, and if you have a good imagination, you can do whatever you want in your little world. And in this little world, it makes you want to wish upon a star. And also, it makes no difference who you are. When you wish upon a star, your dreams will come true. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of The Wonders of Painting. Unfortunately, Series 1 is done. But don't worry, everybody. Series 2 is coming around the corner. If you would like to see more of these episodes, you could always go back and rewatch some of your favorite episodes from Series 1. And I'll see you guys soon in Series 2. Until then, I'm Dr. Detroit. So long, God bless, and take care.